What's up, everybody? Shawn here, back with another live Live to Roll. This is going to be just a fun one. We had a really great time this weekend at our Friendsgiving fundraiser. So we're just going to hang out, talk, answer questions, talk about the holidays, all that good stuff. So let's get into our intros. I am Shawn. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident 18 years ago. Tom, go for it.
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone had a good weekend. We were all partying, still recovering from all those palomas. But I think that's the name of the cocktail I was drinking all night long. Just kidding. I didn't drink too much, but a little bit. Had some fun. But yeah, C6B, quadriplegic for 25 years from an automobile accident. And yeah, super stoked to chat today. Everybody in the chat that's already here. This is kind of a little free form podcast we're doing. So if y'all got any specific topics or anything you want us to maybe talk about, touch on, anything topical, let us know. We might end up talking about it. Um, Bobby, you want to take it?
Sure. No problem. Thanks, Tom. Bobby Rohan, C5, C6, quadriplegic. Welcome back, everyone. Glad you can join us. As always, I'll introduce our next guest who, let's say, I'm going to go age before beauty. Robert, you want to take it away?
But you
No, always beauty before age when it comes to Robert.
Thanks, Bobby. How you doing, everybody? My name's Robert Soto. I'm a T12 para from a motorcycle racing accident back in 1974. It's good to be part of this group today. Thank you very much. Brianna, how you doing?
Happy to have you here. I am doing great. A little cold, but hanging in there. Still recovering from the weekend, definitely. But had tons of fun. Can't wait to talk about it and dig deeper. My name is Brianna. I was injured almost 7 years ago from a gunshot wound, and then I wow.
What up,
Awesome,
Nikki
dude.
in the chat? What's
Thanks.
up, Nezzy? Thanks for joining us for the first time. You're super awesome. Mr. Air Wings in the building. And Miss Olivia hit me with a little question this morning that I haven't yet to get back to. Sorry, I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I've been kind of busy. But hey, we'll talk about it live. How about that, Olivia? But before we touch on that, you guys teasing a fun conversation earlier. It involves fire, so make sure to stay around for the rest of this conversation. But yeah, if any of you guys didn't know, we partied on Saturday. We did a little Live to Roll live fundraiser, and when we say live, we were in person. We were partying at Bobby's house, eating some turkey, doing a little bit of fundraising, and yeah, it was a pretty good time. How'd you feel about it, Shawn?
I thought it was great. I mean, I had a great time. I thought we had a good turnout with everybody coming out. And it was, I mean, I thought it was a lot of fun. So,
Yeah, it
for
was.
it was our first time doing something like that too. So, like, I think it went really well for our first live event for Live to Roll.
And I mean, our aim with it is the traveling that we did this year, going to the Abilities Expo, spreading the positive word about Live to Roll, and just trying to gain viewership and promote it. It costs a little bit of money to travel and to get hotels and to go to different states and to do this kind of stuff. So our aim was to do a little bit of work before the new year, or a lot of bit of work to try to raise some money and some funds to not only take care of this year's stuff, but to kind of prepare for next year and what we want to do. So if anybody feels like just emptying their wallets and giving us a whole bunch of money, feel free. No, just kidding. No pressure. The main, I mean, the main aim that we do, this fundraising and stuff is because we don't want to monetize any of the content and make it behind a paywall. And we want it to all be free and accessible for everybody anywhere, as long as they got access to YouTube through whatever means that is. So that's kind of, why we're doing what we're doing, is to help keep it free and accessible for everybody.
And Benny, thank you for the super sticker, $3. Thank you, man.
Yeah,
We appreciate
we love you,
that.
Ben.
Yeah,
And
dude, Ben, you're always the man
I like
with
that
those
first comment.
donations, dude.
Getting that
Yeah,
joint
and
ready for the hangout. Let's go.
and yeah, so there was some of that being done as well. Well, actually, more blunts. Uh, but yeah, dude, we had a good time at the hangout this weekend. So that's what we would really like to be able to not only go travel to the Abilities Expos, but be able to spend some time there and maybe do local hangouts in the cities where we go so we can actually connect with people in other areas as well. That's
And
like
we
kind of the
did
goal here. So
we did do a little bit of that. I mean, we got to kick it with the Chi-Town twins in Chi City, and Maya and TJ and a bunch of our Chicago fam while we were out there. And same with Texas. Like we had some, Live Troll fam and Bentley come out and hang out with us, and we did do a cool little hang in Phoenix while we were there. We did a couple cool little hangs with some people that we met at the expo and some friends we made along the way, but. We definitely want to try to do kind of a little more organized literal meetup in some of these cities because we know y'all from all over now. We want to come and hang out in some more local settings and get to know you guys in person because it's really the most
yeah,
fulfilling part of it for me at least.
Nikki said parking lot circles were the best. And yeah, those were awesome. But it would be really cool if we had some funding and we could all go out next time and see the city
Yeah,
and do all that.
like how,
So that's the
like
goal. Because we are coming back, Nikki. We're coming this summer. We're definitely coming. So it just
And we're
depends on how
staying in
much money.
Chicago for like a whole month, so watch out
Yeah, that's.
because you're gonna be sick of us by the time we get out of there. But that was probably the saddest thing about Chicago is like we were there doing the expo the whole time, and we did have like a couple days before, but it was still difficult to kind of hang out, see the city, and do like some of the visiting that we wanted to do. Not that like the expo wasn't amazing and the reason we were there, but I think it'd be cool to make some other content, travel around a little bit more. At least that's what I would like to do. I didn't get
uh,
to see too much of
Yeah,
Shy
no, that's
City.
definitely. And then this year we got Bobby be back and healthy and on the tour. Got Robert on the team, so we got even more. We gotta we need to continue our fundraising efforts. So speaking of that, if anybody wants to buy some merch, go to the Shopify store because that helps us out as well too. We do got the merch going. But yeah, you guys, what was your favorite part about the fundraiser or the Friendsgiving on this weekend? You guys, who wants to go first?
I'll go first since I can't stop shutting up. Just get me out of the way real quick. It was honestly just get to hang with my family and my friends, all in like person. My parents came out, my sister was there, and Caitlin was there, and all my people. And Bobby and Ellen have such a beautiful home, and I don't know, like I used to do like a lot of not like fundraiser type stuff, but just like family friend hangouts all the time growing up. And those have become a little far and few between these days. So it's really amazing just to get to hang with a bunch of beautiful people, eat some yummy food. Robert, you want to take it next?
Sure. I had a great time there. It was just the camaraderie and just seeing people, getting back out there and enjoying themselves, the cocktails, the food. And I got to tip my hat to Sharab's wife who made those meatballs. Those things were like,
His
I'm
sister.
very
It was,
finicky, I'm very
yeah,
finicky eater, but man, those things I just like. I want to get his recipe. I got to talk to him and say, hey man, send me that recipe. But it just was good time, and I'd like to see us do a lot more, and even just for just gatherings, just to get someplace, a restaurant, or even back at someone's house or something like that. But I tell you, it was just a good time, and I'm glad the weather cooperated with us. And like I said, Bobby's
Yeah, it
house
was
is very
nice.
comfortable, and it was a good deal. And it just too bad that we didn't get some more people there as well. But it was all in all a good turnout.
yeah, I think even for the first annual one, it was nice, a little Kickstarter. It's pretty decent turnout, but I'm really hoping if we can keep the ball rolling, which I know we can in the next couple of years. I don't know, heck, this could become a cool big thing. Then we get some of our, further field friends to come and travel and hang out and, be a part of it too. Or, we could just take it on the road, like you said, and, make sure to do these kind of meetups and little gatherings all over because that'd be super super fun.
Oh
Yeah, Ben suggested
Yo,
we need a live to roll cruise trip to Mexico. On board for
oh,
sure.
I'm down.
Let's do it. The cruise.
Our buddy
Let's
Mark
on the
just did
back
that
burner,
on the
maybe.
Disney
Let's do
Princess
some more
cruises.
funding of our other.
Yeah, we're gonna
things.
need way more funding than that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, don't worry. The cruise is gonna sponsor our content. You hear that, Princess? You hear that, Disney? Sponsor us, and we'll make awesome videos about this, and we'll sell 100 more packages on top of the one that you give us. Okay, that's the deal. I think they'll fall for it, or not fall for it, but take the bait.
Yeah.
How about you, Brianna? And let's give a big shout out to Brianna's decorations. Those of you who weren't there don't know, but Brianna spent a whole lot of time and effort making personalized decorations and greetings and little signs and pumpkins for every individualized guest that attended.
Yeah.
So big shout out to you, because it was really awesome. We still got our pumpkins and stuff, so thank you for that.
And as well as her crew, her brothers and her boyfriend, and they were taking care of the bar, and they were taking care of me. I know that.
Yeah, they all had a blast. It was so much fun hanging out with everybody and just seeing everybody's love for us too, and hearing their stories of how much they like what we're doing and how much they are motivated for us to keep going and how they want to keep seeing us grow. I think that's super cool. I feel like we're all really uncomfortable when it comes to asking for money. It's not as easy to just roll up and be like, empty your pockets. It's easy on here to say it, but not in person. And so I think even promoting fundraisers and stuff, or asking family and friends for money can be difficult sometimes. And so we've had to come to a place where we love doing what we're doing though. We love traveling. We love meeting you guys. We love finding these people that are falling through the cracks and have no idea about these hundreds of helpful videos online, and we've fallen in love with it. We love doing it. And unfortunately, that comes with needing money. We can't go broke trying to fund this dream. And so we're just asking the people who do have it to, if they can give, to give. If it's going to break your pockets, by all means, we're not asking a simple view or like. We are just as grateful for that too. But it was really cool to see
If you
that.
haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified of our videos. Honestly, that's all, the help we really do need. Because I think, the content does speak for itself, like Brianna said. But anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, it's okay. I'm used to you interrupting.
I know. Damn, Brianna. Just call me out.
I absolutely love messing with Tom. I feel like that's my highlights. We have this ongoing arch nemesis beef going on, and it's all love though. I absolutely love him. I'm the same way with my brothers, and I feel like we're just all joking around, and we're a family now, So
it's funny too, because I got a little sister, but I have a big sis. I feel like you're my big sis. I just gotta give me shit and keep me in line. But it's all good. I need it. I do.
No, but my brothers love guys. My family just feels so welcome. So it makes me feel really happy to just see them loved as well, and see them being part of the family. It feels good. So it's not just a disability thing. It's the way our vibes are. It's the way people are talking and feeling, and just the happiness that comes afterwards, the memories. It's a great thing.
How about you, Mr. Rohan? What was a highlight for you? Other than all our beautiful faces showing up in your house.
To pinpoint one little thing, it's hard, but all I have to say is, the best part was, to have this start. It's always great to see where, we have another organization we talk about a lot here with Triumph Foundation, and I was at their first little fundraiser, which was this poker tournament. And I know that because I took second place in the poker tournament. Dang it. But, it's just like we were in somebody's living room and we did this poker tournament. And now we're at a major hotel and it's called Casino Nights. And so I'm picturing, we're all at my little house, and one day I hope we can get there and have everybody join us. And so it was nice, because we used to have parties like that all the time before COVID. And so it was nice to see another big party at the house. And for my wife and I the next day to be exhausted because we had so much fun and people hanging out. And I think that was and all of us, us family here, getting together and being a team and putting on something, something I overheard. And trust me, my wife reminded me a few times through the next day, but she goes, "Yeah, let the able people put together the party, not you guys, because you have way too much alcohol and not enough food." And,
Yeah,
it's like I know, you put Shawn, Tom, and myself, and then Brianna, you know, we were just like, ah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
the formula to loosen the pockets is more
right.
alcohol than
More
food.
booze.
That way, more, swervy people are, the more likely they're to, buy those raffle tickets. And
that was our
I feel
first
bad
time. That was our...
because my family, like, I feel like we made out like bandits in the raffle, and everybody else, like, I must have curved the game or something. I swear I didn't buy any tickets as like a, part of Live to Roll, but my sister and my mom, they won a couple of them.
well,
Yeah, I know
that's
your sister got the big prize, the Lakers tickets, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
the
And then
Lakers tickets for sure.
What up?
so that was
Shout
pretty cool.
out.
Yeah, we did. I mean, honestly, I thought we had some pretty cool stuff we gave away for raffle prizes. We had some good
Yeah.
donations
Yeah.
and stuff from our friends
I
and
got another
throughout. So
raffle prize right here. This is our buddy Mark Fugelvan from Abilities.
oh
He
yeah,
donated a couple adaptive assistive tools that he designs and 3D prints. This is a can opener, and I brought a can to like do it on camera to like show off and
oh, you're gonna
shout out
promote it.
Abilities. And Mark, and the way that works is like, I mean, the way that I open cans, if it always, I was always open cans, is like, I'll just hook my two front teeth and pop it
Yeah,
open.
don't do that.
Nice.
And yeah, that's not maybe the best for your teeth, right? So this has like the finger holes to put your thumb and forefinger in, and then it's got this little open mouth to slide over the popper, whatever it's called, the opener on the can.
Yeah, the tab thing.
Yeah, the tab. Thank you, Shawn. You're a wise man. And it's really just a matter of sliding it all the way down.
That
Bam.
looks a lot better than your teeth, man. So
And
much
dude,
better.
it's super cool. It's super smooth, like TBH. We're gonna start doing some reviews of some adaptive and assistive tools, and this is the first unofficial official one. And Mr. Mark, as abilities, giving you a 10 out of 10. Dude. It's functional, it's small, it's convenient, it's low profile, and it's super effective and easy to use. Maybe a 9.8. Because you just
You gotta have some room
I
for
know,
growth
it's
there.
like some
Man.
magic. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
come on.
You just gotta have that little
10,
room for.
11.
Hey,
No,
bro, you
that
know,
thing
like
looks really cool.
let me get the
Yeah.
personalized colors. Like Shawn over here with the Steelers, like clothing
I-
hook and
And shout out, yeah, I wish I had. I brought
it.
it back into my room already. I did have it in here yesterday, but I wanted to use it this morning, so I actually tried it. Yeah, Mark made me a clothing grabber, and it's all Steelers colors, black and yellow. And I actually just figured out how to use it better this morning. When I tried it at Bobby's house when he first gave it to me, I could
That was
not.
funny.
I was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing with this thing.
That's why,
I was
I
like,
grabbed it from your hand. I'm like, well, this is a good back
it,
scratcher.
it totally works as a back scratcher. It has many functions. But yeah, no, that thing is actually cool. Mark is a really smart dude, making all kinds of cool tools. So yeah,
Yeah,
we've
not
had him on
only
the show.
incredibly smart, but like a really
he's a good guy.
kind-hearted,
So
individual. That's
if you
awesome
go to
father and friend.
Instagram, look up abilities, and you'll definitely be able to check out his his products and his videos, and then you can get the link to the store where to order that can opener and many other types of products. Him and I are working together for some with our colostomy bags to make it a little bit easier to snap on. I think what he made you a cup holder that was pretty sweet.
The cup holder that he gave me wasn't actually abilities. He's got
Oh,
That's
a
a
cup.
handy cup.
He's got a cup holder and one that like fits over your hand is more for like utilizing
yeah,
to
that
like
too.
pick up pint
Yeah.
glasses or other cups and stuff on the go, but it doesn't fasten to the wheelchair. I think it can be, but it's not necessarily like the initial intention. The handy cup, which I have right here, we'll do a legit review of the handy cup. I do this thing. I keep my drinks between my feet. It's any wheelchair user, power wheelchair user. Here's a little quick tip. you know,
Oh yeah,
right between your
Bobby's
feet.
got the.
Yeah.
That's
So
not
that's the
the
ability of
handicap.
this cup holder.
That's abilities. That's Mark's thing,
Yeah.
and I got one of those too. I usually have it back here in my car, and it works really good. That thing's
Yeah, so
great for.
what you do is
Yeah.
just slide the glass right into it, and then boom.
Yeah, and it's just to utilize like the quad hand tenodesis, like
And that
rather than having to like rely on the weak grip to just
well,
have
the
it
one
something
thing I really
like
like about
this.
that one is it's like made for the bar cup, so it's made for that to go from the bottom up and then grab a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you're at a bar, usually the table's either up high, so it's hard to grab, or sometimes like low. When I was at Top Golf, it was like a low table. Something like that is like that thing makes it so much easier. It's like for a quad, you can actually go low, grab it with one hand. You don't have to like super weirdly reach out and like balance and two-hand it in. Which Tom's great at that, but like it's sketchy sometimes. So having something
Yeah,
like
and I
that
mean
is
the reason he gave me the
just
handicap
shit.
too wasn't even like the. I mean, I can pick up glasses and hold them pretty effectively, just using the two-hand rule. That frees it up so you can like maybe mingle and navigate your chair and stuff with the one hand and hold your glass still, which I think is awesome. You know, for the right occasion. Um, I would always keep my drinks between my feet, and he would look at it and be like, "Hey, that looks sketchy. That looks crazy," and I don't think it is because it's really pretty solid and rarely ever spills. And I think it's still a great cup holder. But he gave me the handy cup, which is similar to anybody that watched our Cush Pocket episode. It slides under the seat cushion and is held in place kind of by the weight of your butt while you're sitting. And it's really replaceable, removable, adjustable at different locations and stuff. I'm totally gonna use it. I've actually already utilized it after like once after the party, um, and we could talk about this more, but it's really a vanity issue for me. Like I don't like having cup holder just like the way that it looks on my chair. Like it's like kind of clunky and it's like this big round thing sticking out, and the eye is automatically drawn to it. And people will just think it's from my pee bag or like something's weird. I swear, dude. Like people are crazy, and I'd rather keep my coffee
Hey,
cup
man,
between my feet.
if the wheelchair don't bother you, that cup holder shouldn't. You know.
no, no, I know, and I know it's
I know.
stupid. Like I
Here
even
comes
saw.
Tom. Get all this room, but oh my god, I got this small little cup
Yeah,
holder between
exactly.
my legs. Please don't look at
Shut
Yeah, please don't look at my
shut
cup
up.
holder.
I mean,
Uh,
let's have the conversation. No, let's have the conversation. What'd you say, Brianna?
You don't want them to think it's for the pee bag. That's more what it is, right?
it. Yeah, is that what it is?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, is it
Exactly.
because it was yellow, so you just automatically assume
Oh
that
man, I
every
drink a
cup
lot
holder
of lemon
yellow and
Gatorade.
oh,
Okay, you know I like that lemon lime flavor. Leave me be. But I mean, maybe that's silly. What do you guys think? People in the chat, what do you think? Is that silly of me? I mean, on the surface, like listening to myself talk, it does sound a little vain and stupid. It's like, come on, Tom.
no,
Like, but
you know, I get it. I get it. It's like sometimes my cup holder, luckily, it's pretty slimline, so I don't know if I can get far enough back, but
Yeah. It's but
you can't even see it down here because
you
it
can't even see
blends
it.
in with you blend in with the chair, and it's pretty thin
that one
plastic.
is much more like discreet and low profile.
Yeah,
I got the
but
handicap right here. I gotta show it now, just so I'm not like.
no, I mean
Well,
it's
and
like
this is like also shout out to the handicap creator. We're gonna do an official review of your product on the website. He does have lots of different colors. I think the design is awesome and amazing. I don't really honestly like the solid nature of the cup. I wish it was more like Bobby's, where it's like rimmed, like with just the support and then open the rest of the way. But let me show you guys the actual handicap since we're talking about it. It's right here on my
but I
desk.
know what you
I
mean.
see
Like
it.
Sarab said it in the chat. He goes, I don't like backpacks. You know, like I've never been a big backpack person on my chair.
yeah.
I am pretty like the less on my chair, the better looking. Like I always kind of want to get one of those where the phone can be like just put down, where it's like kind of on my lap with the big. What is that, Shawn? Oh, kind of like what. Oh gosh, who has it? Who had it at our party? Your friend from Zook Fitness, Dill.
Oh,
Dylan.
Dylan.
Dylan,
Yeah, he has
get
this
that
big.
table.
You know,
Like
it
a
almost
little.
looks like a big straw where you can put your phone on, and it's
Oh yeah.
comes. You know,
Yeah, those the
it'd be
two
nice to
that
have
like
your phone.
It's just a flexible phone support or
Yeah,
yeah the
but it
attachment
would
or
be
flex.
nice
whatever.
to have
Yeah.
your phone right there where you
A,
don't have to worry about it falling off your lap or anything. But it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna put that on my wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
so
I'm telling you.
it is like a vain thing.
Yeah, it's like me. I don't like. I mean, I have a backpack
and
that I'll use once in a while, but I don't like all that stuff on my wheelchair either. But that backpack, even though I don't know why I don't have it on our time, because you can carry a lot of stuff, and I'm always trying to carry stuff on my lap, and it's slipping and
me too.
sliding. But what I use before you get into your
Oops.
the handicap there, I use because I put my phone underneath my cushion, between the seat and the cushion. I slide it in there. So that
Oh,
makes it a good coaster, and the strap on the front of my wheelchair cushion
I
holds my
saw that at the
cocktail
party
glass.
when we were
Yeah,
at Bobby's. I saw that.
yeah.
Well,
So
I
now if I
mean,
can,
a
because
lot of
the
this
phone I
stuff.
need, the handicap works. I think is great, and I looked at it and stuff because I always like to have cruise around with if I have a drink or a cup that's not sealed or anything like that. But I also have my phone there, so I kind of like they fight for space there. So
Yeah.
um, you know,
I
but
mean, the
I think
nice
it's a
thing
great
about it
idea.
is it's just like what Robert was saying. This is it. This is the handicap cup holder. Solid design.
It
Um,
is big.
they're pretty big though, which I don't know is can be useful if you like to live that venti life like I do from time to time. Those 20-ounce drinks, you need some support.
Hey,
Now this is as simple as just
stop staring at me.
say what?
what's that?
Want me to add vinyl on the bottom of your handy cup that says "Stop staring at me"?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be super
perfect,
helpful.
Every
Brianna.
cup.
That would be
No,
super helpful,
Brianna,
Brianna.
Brianna, make it so it says this is not a pea cup.
Yes.
This is
Yes,
this does not contain
perfect.
pee. Um,
You look me a
But
minute.
I can see in its position right there. I could see how you could think it's like something to do with your pee because it's
Now the
literally
fact that it's
right in
also
between
like
your
Yeah,
hidden
legs.
yeah.
too, I don't think helps. First off, Mark's gonna watch this and be like, "I'm never giving you anything again, dude." He's like, "You're just gonna ridicule and make fun of it." They have different colors and designs, even actually cool sports designs and other stuff on the website. I really do recommend googling handicap and giving the website a check out, and even getting one because here's the cool, unique thing about it is what Robert was talking about, how that would interfere with getting into his bag under his chair. You could just as easily slide it under the side of your seat cushion,
Sorry.
Oh,
and
nice.
it would be off to the side. Now my super strong quad arms, while my
I
fat
was,
booty is sitting on this thing, it may not be as easy for me to get it in. But let me see if I can.
yeah, that seems like it's a little harder.
Oh,
Yeah.
what up?
Hey, that
And
actually
that
doesn't look
is
so
pretty low
bad.
profile.
Yeah, that's
And
not bad.
I don't know. Let me put my cup in it and see.
But it'd also be better if it was black, though. I could say that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was
I
going to
think
say.
they
The
make
color.
black ones though. They have,
Oh,
Yeah,
or they at least make
and
different
there's my
colors.
cup.
yeah.
And not gonna lie, now that I look at it, it looks kind of cool. Like it's not too bad.
It's
Like,
not bad right there, dude. On the side, it looks a lot better than right in between your legs.
Yeah.
all right, all
And the
right,
color,
all
but the
right.
color
Or,
makes it stand out.
hey, Tom, you'll never know. You can be like at the mall and somebody starts putting change in there. Like, you
Yes.
never know.
Yeah.
Stop it, dude. I'm not a beggar, like, hey, poor, like,
Hey, I'll
give
take
change
it.
to the poor cripple. No, thank you.
No, I do. You know, a little small tilt from the crypt. There was one time I was on a busy street waiting for my buddy. I'm just sitting there in my chair, and somebody came by and gave me $5, and I'm like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I just like I put it in my pocket. I'm like, nice. You know, I'm like, they're like, you know, they had it to me, and I'm sure they said God bless or something like that. And I'm like, thank you. And I'm
I've
just
got,
like, my
I've
buddy's
gotten that
like,
before.
that is so mean. I'm like, let's. I got $5. Let's go.
That's awesome.
Guess what's in my cup? A thermoplastic to stow hot or cold liquids. Um, that's awesome. It's like the way that I drive with my coffee in the morning too. It's like piping hot, fresh out of my Keurig, and
Oh
I'll put it in
man.
both hands, and I'll drive with my elbow, like across my apartment to
Oh,
get to my desk or something, and I'm like stuttering while the coffee like shakes back and forth right over my lap. So I'm gonna start
yikes.
using my handicap more, people.
Yeah.
I mean, you do what you got to do. Like the thing about that assisted device you're talking about for Dylan, um, I think that's super cool to have something like to hold your phone and stuff like that. Um, I could never do it myself. I couldn't get my phone into the damn thing to attach it. I couldn't take it off or get it out of the way easily when needed or wanted to do it independent. I don't have someone with me throughout the day to help me with that. Now, if that was my situation, then I might utilize something like that more. And similarly, even with the handicap, like a lot of times it's too much of a pain in the ass. Like it sounds silly, like the way that I drive my cup of coffee across, and hold my stuff in between my feet, and do what I do. But it's also simple, easy, convenient, and works 95% of the time. So it would feel like silly to me to take time to get this extra accessory and like add this extra element that I still might fumble or mess up and still spill my stuff, or I forget about it and drive through my doorway and take it out, like like first day I end up using it and stuff. So and that's where I come in with these accessories. This one is amazing. I haven't used my teeth for a can since I got it, and I got to
Yeah,
definitely
bro, you should.
because like I could just keep it next to my fridge and it's really easy to grab and use. Um, yeah, I don't know, like some of this other stuff. It's just like what we talked about before on the show. I want to incorporate more into my life to just take care of myself better and like find some different solutions to doing things that maybe not the healthiest way for me to keep doing long term or realistic to do. But also want to keep things simple, not have an accessory for every activity that I'm trying to do independently and stuff. Like I'd still like to hang on to some of that independence of just relying on myself and nothing else. But
No, that's a good thought. I mean, so like for you, Brianna, is there anything that you would want to incorporate more in your life with, you know, like needs or function wise to help you manage things a little bit easier?
Yeah, I feel like I struggle a lot with this because I'm a para. I fought for my independence and I lived the beginning so much like as a quad. I just had my boyfriend doing everything for me, and I had him carry me into my transfers, everything. And so once I gained my independence, I'm like, well, I could just do it myself. I could just do it myself. Until now, really like handling and seeing like the long term on my shoulders. Is it? Am I getting static? I'm getting static on my headset.
Just a little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah.
it's
Not
gonna
a
be
little bit.
like every
Okay.
couple words. It's
Okay.
not like dipping out. It's not like not understandable. It's just a little.
Yeah, so I struggle with like wanting to use certain tools, right? And if I should be using them, if people are going to judge me for using them, and I go back and forth with my head a lot. Sometimes I feel insecure if I'm around a lot of wheelchair users, it's just different things. But I'm thinking I have to think long term of my shoulders. That's something that I haven't taken into account before. I'm a little worried about now,
Yeah.
aging in a chair.
You just gotta start working out every day and get super super swole. Um,
Right back at you, Tom.
and no, I look at our buddy Kyle McKittrick and like I see his arms and his shoulders and shit. I'm like, yo, like that's what every quad needs to do is like just get yoked like that. And, like everything will be a
But that's
lot
what I
easier.
did, Tom. That's what I did last summer. I mean, I pushed, I worked out, I was
Yeah,
coaching,
Bobby was.
like, and I gained nada. Like, I still look like a wimp quad, you know? I mean, it's just like, I'm in the best
No,
shape of
Bobby,
my
I
life.
honestly, I could tell when you were like working out a lot. I could see it in your shoulders, even under your
Okay, maybe
like
a little, but
for
not
you can
maybe
tell, dude.
like,
We just don't have as much function, and we are like the skinnier quads. Like we could never be as big as Kyle. He has more function, but like
and yeah, I
still,
mean, and
it's
unlike
just
you,
about
Shawn, like most
get.
of us, Tom and I are in this quad belly boat that, no matter how many sit ups, which is
I
not
know
going
what
to
you're talking.
happen,
I know what
you
you're talking
know,
about, bro. I'm flat right here, dog.
I know. That's how I get rid of mine. I have to go like sitting way straight up, and yeah,
Like pull my
it
shirt
just
up.
blows when you do all this workout. And I was doing with Paul, who was on here earlier. I think he had a run, but uh, it's just like, yeah, I feel great. And then I look at my belly, quad belly, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so defeated. But yeah, I mean, it just, you do get a little bit of yolk, but not what you want. Trust me, it's never what you want.
So, Robert, I have a
Yeah.
question for you. How has it been kind of aging inside of a chair? And I know you're not big on working out either. So, how has it been for your shoulders? Have you dealt with that as well?
Yeah. Well, I think if I needed a tool of any kind, I need the fountain of youth because, like I said, the aging piece is it's kind of taking its toll now for sure. I don't know if it's it's. I'm sure that everybody, no matter what age they are, but as you get older, especially I'm focusing with the disability because uh, that's what makes it different for me with the aging. I know aging is, things happen with everybody, but with the disability, not everyone ages with a disability. It's just our community. And I know Bobby and I have been talking about this, and we're going to be bringing it up on our show coming up in the next couple days or whatever about losing a little bit of confidence. And I don't know if that's, I mean, I've fallen, not a lot, but I've fallen. And the difference now is with me getting older is I can't get up, and it's the old cliche: I fall and I can't get up. And so I don't know what the deal is with me. I can do it. My problem right now. I mean, the transfers are really bad, but standing up to get into my truck never was an issue. Now I'm a little sketchy on it, and I could do it. Not as smooth as I used to. It's not pretty, but I get into it. So I don't know what it is with me, and the confidence piece is what because you stress on it, you worry about it, and if you focus on it, that's when things go wrong. So you got to keep yourself motivated for it. So I've been doing a little bit of reading on it, but it's been a long time for me. I'm closing in like in another year or so. I'll be in the chair 50 years. So I don't know. I don't mind using whatever I need, the tools, or getting a van with a ramp or anything like that. It's whatever I need because that will make it safer for me and continue my mobility and continue my social life and all that. So, you got to look at a lot of stuff like that. And maybe at one time I said, "Oh, I'll never have this. I'll never use this on it." Forget it. I don't even care about it anymore. As long as it keeps me safe and helps me.
Well, it's kind of like that conversation we had on Saturday. Robert and I were talking. He's thinking he can get a minivan that's not lowered and just put a ramp on it where he just goes up or pushes up a ramp like that. And I'm like, no, you're not going to do that because there's a reason why you need the lowered floorboard, and it's because it's going to save your shoulders. And at first, Robert's like, well, I think. And it's just like, if your shoulder's going out now, wait until you do that ramp every day. No.
But credit where credit's due. Robert, it is inspiring to see someone who has 50 years after the injury, still as healthy and as functional as you are. I mean, I think everybody inevitably faces like time, it's the one thing nobody can escape, right? But to still see you as active and functional as you are 50 years in, for someone who just reached the 25-year mark, it does give me just a lot of hope and inspiration to keep on pushing and keep on staying strong and keep on moving forward so I can hit that 50-year mark and then some.
Yeah, cool. Thanks.
Because yeah, man. So I just want to make sure give some credit where credit's for sure due. And that goes to, I think, everybody on the show. I mean, everyone works incredibly hard. I mean, everyone in the chat, everybody watching, anybody who lives this life, from the chair, regardless of your level of disability, understands the struggle and the strength to kind of persevere and keep on moving forward, and taking care of yourself in the midst of all that can sometimes be easily lost. But we're here to remind you to stay healthy and stay strong and stay after it as long as you can. And even when things start to fall apart a little bit, figure out new ways to put them together. And I think that's what we all do.
And it's taking care of yourself. I mean, like for me, I didn't. I partied, tried to keep up with my what I wanted to do, and really didn't take care of myself. That's what it comes down to. My shoulders would all that working, and my arms were already getting blown out and things. I just kept going to work. I didn't really nurse it, maybe a little bit here and there, but I didn't miss work or anything like that for it. So I didn't listen to my body, and me being disconnected from the community, that made a difference. If I would have been connected and had a little bit more insight on what was going on out there, what people were doing or what people were experiencing, maybe it would have helped. But I didn't take care of myself. I didn't work out. I don't eat right. Drinking. No. I still do it, but I'm hanging in there.
I mean, I still like to drink too, just less, right? That's just the name of the game. Just less and less frequent. But it's still important, I think, to have fun and take care of yourself. I don't know. I did that. I lived that life for a little while. Like, I didn't get swole, but like I lost 50 pounds and I gained a significant amount of muscle mass. Like my arms and shoulders didn't used to look like this. That was like a couple years of going to the gym, like 3 or 4 days a week. I was like going to college, and I don't know. Like I feel like it gave me a lot, but it also took a little bit from me too. And that like what it gave me in like strength and mobility and independence. I started struggling with skin issues and bone issues as a result of, losing some padding and some cushion, which had like a huge effect on how I sleep and how I sit and how I move throughout my life. And then, the fatigue and pain and strain of all that work, in addition to what I do to my body to care for myself on a day-to-day basis. I found, I was overusing my tendons and my joints and my muscles to the point where I don't know, I think I wore some parts of myself out maybe a little faster than I should have if I was doing it, in a better, healthier way, and paying more attention to the exercises that maybe hindered or affected my ability to dress myself or utilize that stuff too much. So now I think I'm dealing with some of the side effects of that, but everything's a balance. It's like finding a happy middle, where you're strong, you're healthy, and a good functional weight, but also not beating yourself up and killing yourself, and detracting from the energy you have to take care of, your ADLs and, your necessary stuff to stay healthy in everyday life and independence. And it's just a tricky balance that I think everybody has to find because every situation is different. We all got different energy and levels of function. Can I call out a couple comments real quick? First off, what up? Our friend Juan from Houston, our Texas fam. What's up, Juan? Thank you so much for joining. Mr. Goodwin, I think you asked how you're able to contribute to this. There's a couple of different ways you can do that. You can shout out to the old Tobar family. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You can give a super chat through YouTube, and they'll get a small percentage of it, and the rest goes to us. So you can do it right through the comments if you have signed up through YouTube and can do it that way. Another amazing, awesome way to support us is to go buy some merch. The Shopify store is linked just below this video. You can click, it'll take you directly to that. And that way it helps us out, but you also get something out of it in return, some nice comfy swag to stay warm during the winter.
And there still is on the website the availability option to buy a non-attending ticket to the Friendsgiving fundraiser, which is just basically a $50 donation. Just straight through the website you can buy as well. But go ahead, Tom. You're doing good.
No, bro. Never interrupt the king over here, Mr. Tom Fluke. But if you do feel so inclined to do that, we do really appreciate it. Just to kind of touch on what Brianna was saying earlier, it's difficult. So I think even more so for us in this community, just because we know how financially difficult it is. I think for almost everybody living with a chronic disability. I mean, it's like in the 80 or 90 percentiles, unless you're fortunate enough to be, in a financial situation that is easier. But it's a tough thing. So please, just to reiterate, only donate if you have the means and the ability to do so. Don't put yourself in extra stress or put yourself out, as a result of trying to help us, because we're exploring lots of different avenues of sponsorships and, like other ways to raise money and keep the wheels turning and the lights on. By some corporations that could afford it a little bit easier. But nonetheless, anything that you guys have helped us out with in the past and continue to do so in the future, like from the bottom of our hearts, really, really do appreciate and love all you guys. It's why we do it. Gives a lot of fulfillment and joy to us just to have you guys here chatting, hanging out, and watching. So just want y'all to know that.
Yeah.
Hip grip. Having a
Well,
solid workout regimen also helps keep me strong in mind and body. Heck yeah, dude. I can't tell you how much mental health benefit comes from exercising. Anybody else want to touch on that?
I'll say this though. One thing is hip grip. Let me know. Did you change your little picture?
yeah, he
Or-
changed his picture. Yeah.
yeah, I did. Huh? I was like, wait a
Look
second.
at that handsome gentleman.
So I noticed,
Jealous of that awesome
and
beard,
also
bro.
it doesn't have to be. He's so right. And the thing I wanted to say is, it doesn't have to be that long. It can be just 20 minutes if you put it in your day. Every day of just having, and maybe changing it up. Do a little bit of cardio one day and then a little bit of weights the next day, and it just needs to be 20, 30 minutes. And that's really just getting the body to move. And something I'll add to that, if you can incorporate 10 minutes more of a workout, and that's your mental health, and working on some breathing exercise, some mental relaxation or stimulate the brain, definitely helps with that overall body regimen and keeping us fit and insane and
We
well.
had a we had an interesting comment earlier, and this is like at least I think appropriate for the guys, because ladies don't rely on testosterone as much as I think men do as they age.
We're
Ben
getting
mentioned
the
getting hormone therapy. It's super common for men as they age to produce less testosterone. That can affect like fatigue and energy levels and mental mood, just like Ben was talking about. Again, this is only if your blood work says you're in low ranges and might need it, but it's something to consider. Everybody should be getting their lab work done annually to make sure body and blood is healthy and in good condition. But that can be a big part of it, is just making sure that the endocrine system and the hormones in our body are balanced. And it's like a common thing I think for aging men, but similarly, women can have effects with hormone imbalance too. I think any human being can. So
Yep.
something to keep in mind. Just make sure you get your lab work done. Make sure everything's good, healthy, and proper levels.
Your mental health is super important. Another thing is guided meditation, which I just recently discovered, which is just they're telling you exactly what to think, exactly how to breathe. I kept on being told to do meditation. I'm like, I would try, but my brain is like bouncing around 20 million other thoughts, And Jessica's like, okay, girl, you need guided meditation. You need some more structure, which you could just look up on YouTube. There's different apps out there to just relax your mind or to focus on some certain things, some positivity. Our own thoughts can be overwhelming sometimes, and sometimes we just need a break from them. So I think
Well,
that
and I'll say this along with that, Brianna. That is a good point. Uh, it's also it's a workout. So when you start working out, you don't start with 50 pounds. You start with 1 pound. And one thing about those guided meditations they'll say is like, if your thoughts are going everywhere, that's okay. It takes a lot of practice to do some of those guided meditations or breathing exercises. Yeah, because our mind, especially for us, we're just always constantly thinking about our body. What's going on? What is it doing? Oh wait, now what do I have to do? What about my transfer today? And you're just sitting there. All you're supposed to do is breathe, and it's a it's a hard workout to do every
Well,
day.
I also think that maybe people get lost in the definition of like what is meditation or what it's meant to be, and I think for some people it's like quiet your mind, breathe, still your thoughts. I kind of think of it as like just a little mental rest, where I could take 10, 20 minutes out of my day and my brain doesn't stop going in 100 different directions, but I just let it go. And there's no responsibility or, need to like stop and stop thinking or slow down, but just to relax and rest and kind of let your mind wander as it may. and it's not necessarily letting go of everything and stuff, but just giving yourself a chance to slow down. One thing I like to do when I meditate is just give myself a little bit of perspective to, remind myself what I'm grateful for and what I'm thankful for. And the only reason I say that is because, that's what we've been talking about, this Friendsgiving and what we're thankful for and stuff. But it's, I think, a very healthy thing that, especially when I'm feeling sideways or for I'm like railing against like the unfairness of life. I remind myself how absolutely lucky I am to have what I have and have the support and the friends and the health and the opportunity that I have, and to not lose sight of that or to forget it. And again, that's just me. Nobody can tell you how to meditate or the right way to meditate, but if you can find some way to rest your mind and you know if it makes you feel good, while you're doing it after, then I think you're doing the right thing. But that mental rest, especially for someone in a chair with a disability who's maybe never mentally resting because they're always problem solving or always, you know, in like servitude to their body and how it's feeling and what it requires. I think it's extra important for us to, find a way to rest the mind and step away from all that stuff, at least for a short time.
Yeah, it can
You
be
know what?
exhausting. That's when we hit our kind of breaking point, is when we're thinking so much, we're so stressed out, we're not listening to our body, we're just on go mode, and we kind of weigh our process and how we're doing with our life with how much we're doing, and sometimes that can be super stressful and overwhelming. I really really struggle with it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would even argue like I feel like I meditate when I go hang out with my buddies. Like I can escape from, a lot of the stuff that kind of hit me all the time when I'm by myself. Like I don't think a lot of people would consider that meditation, but it certainly is for me because I feel a whole lot mentally better, after kicking it with my boys or, with like one really good friend or, a loved one or something. Um,
That's
so,
what I was just
there's,
about. I was like, these little moments where you're spending time with good people and you're just kind of not focused on all your struggles with life is so needed. It's so necessary. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to be like, dang, I'm trying to go out of the house today. It's freaking cold. My body hurts. I'm stressed out. I'd rather just sit here and watch Netflix, like, and he's able bodied, and he still has the same struggles. And it's like, no, you need to force yourself to get out, to socialize, to decompress in those ways, to find those little spots where you can rest your mind, where you feel a break or an ease at life. Because life is overwhelming. You can feel so alone in these four walls and feel like nobody else is going through or experiencing what you're going through, and just to get out there and to talk to some people vulnerable sometimes helps a lot too.
Yeah, I agree. It all comes down to basically like the word balance. For me, I worked the 42 years whatever, and I worked hard, in the mainstream, and so it's always a balance. Sometimes you got to kind of go overboard with your your break sometimes, but it's balanced no matter what you're doing in life, whether you're working out or you're working, you're going to school or whatever. There's balance because you still have to have that time for yourself, whether it's meditating or whatever you want to do that you feel that makes you happy or that gives you that sociability or whatever. So the word is balance. That's across the board.
Well, and if you think about it right now, this is kind of therapy, not only, for us as a Live to Roll family, but also look at our chat. I mean, I think it's reassuring
Yeah, no
and
doubt.
to hear some of the things, kind of like you said something, Tom, where, hanging with my buddies, that's therapy, but especially hanging with my, quote, paralyzed buddies is even better because it is a part of therapy where I'm sitting there, Robert and I are, my back, whatever, and then I'm talking with Tom and Tommy Hollenstein, who came to our party, and he's like, whoa, checking out my bathroom. And then he tell me about his, and then we're comparing notes, even though we both had our bathrooms for a long time. We're like, and he goes, dude, I need to do that. And then he
Yep.
told me about his bathroom. I'm like, I need to do that to make it easier. And it was kind of like a therapy, you're just like hanging out and you're learning, and
Yep.
just like what you got, Tom, you're opening up this can because of people that we connect with. And I think
Well,
the
I think
same thing
support
with
groups can be a lot like that too. They're like kind of, it's like group therapy. It's like AA for people with alcoholism and stuff. It's like, and I mean, it may sound like an odd comparison, but it's a group of individuals that all suffer through a similar struggle, and it's a place for them to come together, relate to one another, and then to support one another. Where we all kind of need it. And I mean, heck, I do. I do the same thing at SCI support group when I attend. Is I just relate to people who are going through similar things, and I support who I can, where I can, and get support in turn from others too. And we're all just similar individuals, going through similar struggles in life together. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad comparison, but I just meant to frame it as like I think it can be very therapizing, very beneficial to your mental health to just do what Bobby said, whether it's at a party with your friends that but there's also weekly support groups that happen online every week that you can join in, and you may be able to find a local one too that you can attend in person. But they can be very therapeutic and amazing.
well, we were
Therapy.
we were talking at the party, Robert and I, about like starting maybe like even maybe a live to
A live to
roll
roll
support
support group.
where
Yeah.
we give out the Zoom, information on our channel, and come join us if you want to chat
And
in a Zoom setting, a support
That's a
group.
great
And,
idea.
you know,
That's definitely a great
so
idea.
the
when
only
we talk,
caveat with that will be we'll have to like vet everybody before we
oh yeah,
allow you
oh
into the group and the link.
Well,
So I'll
the
probably
way
have to
that
do like a
it's done,
FaceTime
I
with
think
each
You
person.
guys
nowadays.
are like darn it, so close.
Well, well, the way that
This-
it's done nowadays in like YouTuber space and stuff with bigger shows and things like that is they have a Discord where you can video chat and have like kind of a ongoing like group chat with anybody that wants to. We may be able to work out something because there are some caveats to it. We got to make sure that everyone's staying safe and healthy and not exposed to anything inappropriate or untoward. But yeah, I wanted to shout out Nezzy Longwolf. First off, dude, what an awesome name. I don't know if it's your real name or username, but I think it's great. But he says, I'm a C6-7 quadriplegic. I've been intermittent fasting for 4 years. I've been paralyzed, and it helps me with my weight. And drink a lot of water and get blazed and work out, dude. Awesome comment. I just wanted to shout it out because you sound like you're really awesome, motivated, dude. And I do a similar thing, man. I do the intermittent fasting thing too, where I usually, I rarely ever do 3 meals a day. I usually do kind of my snack and my one big meal, and kind of find a good metabolic balance with that. It feels good and healthy for me. Um, and dude, it just was an awesome comment, bro. I know you said it was your first time, so
Yeah.
I just want to give you an extra shout out and say thank you so much for contributing to chat, man. It's super, super awesome, and just thanks for being here, bro. We appreciate
He
you.
also he just left another one saying he does a 3-day fast for his mental health,
Oh,
which and
Help
sings
clear
the
mind,
Navajo
body, and
traditional.
spirit.
So it sounds like he's got like some Native American like background, and I think it's awesome. And yeah, I think that's really cool. I don't think I could fast for 3 days. Though. I probably would die after like one. I don't
No,
have
and then
enough body
also like,
fat reserve.
you'd be shoving donuts in my mouth.
Yeah, I have a hard time fasting for blood tests the next day.
yeah,
Well,
but Shawn, the first like little bite we would eat, our blood pressure would be like at 30/10. Because I notice if I go too long without eating, and the next meal I have is just like, oh, I'm about to
Oh,
pass out.
yeah. That's what you get to
yeah,
that point where you're so weak, but then you try to start eating and you can barely eat because you're so fatigued and like weak and like low.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
get like
I
it's a hard.
all of a sudden I smoke a blunt like at nighttime, like when the boys come home, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, about to pass out, guys. And they're like, why are you waiting until you're about to pass out? And I'm like, I wasn't feeling it. All of a sudden I feel very hungry.
I think you can fast if you prepare for it. I think there's like doing this in a healthy way, and also like doing it with a goal in mind of just like what he said, clear mind, body, and spirit. It's like fasting from food, fasting from the herb, fasting from like those other things too, that I think a lot of us utilize. And I don't know, man, I think it's kind of a powerful, amazing thing. if you're able to like do it,
Also,
stay healthy
mention-
and pull it off. And part of the suffering and the struggle, I think that's part of maybe the cleansing process that you experience, from doing a fast like that. But yo, Nezzy, I'd love to chat with you, man. I'm also a quarter Apache myself. My grandpa was a full-blooded Apache from White Mountains to Arizona. So shout out the Native American family out there, man. We appreciate you.
Also,
Awesome.
I wanna make one comment, Roy. Is there any over-the-counter hormone therapy? Check with your doctor first. That's definitely want to go with your doctor
Blood
before
work
you
and
start.
doctor. Never
Yeah.
take
I was gonna
hormones without doing blood work first and speaking to a physician.
Yeah, because you
I was
don't
gonna
know
say
if
that
it's
you got
low
the
or high.
commercials with the
Eugenics. Yeah,
man boosting formula for test something like.
St. Thomas.
I always think it sounds
Yeah.
hilarious when they say that, like
Yeah,
man
well-
boosting formula. But
Well, and she might like it too.
Yeah.
but anyways,
Hey,
yeah,
it's like actual legitimate treatment for like low sex drive in older males. Like,
No,
is
no,
to,
no, it is, no,
increase their
it's-
testosterone. So, I mean, I don't think they're necessarily lying. They're just kind of playing it
And,
up for advertisement purposes.
real
But,
quick,
Bad acting playing.
but anything you take, anything you change, any significant change to your system, especially involving something like hormones or something, you never want to do it without talking to someone in the know, and that's a licensed doctor and getting some
Yeah.
blood work, like I said.
But real quick shout out to Hip Group because I wanted to say something earlier too about Tom's making up words with therapizing. That was good. Just yeah.
Hey, careful not to therapize all you if you keep on saying I'm making stuff up. I'm just kidding.
No, bro, I liked it, and I just like that he called you out for it.
Hey, we're weaponizing the therapy out here. We're therapizing.
And Roy,
okay?
thank you for the super sticker. You found the way to make the donation. I
Roy,
appreciate it, bro.
really appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming back every week, dude. And super chats, just a lot on top, man. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
And
so
And
say
much.
real quick,
fundraiser parties too, you guys. I hope we can do a lot more. I mean, it was a great.
I'm with
kickoff.
you. I'm with you.
It was amazing for such like little expectations. We didn't really know what to expect. We didn't know what was gonna happen. We didn't know how it was gonna turn out. We were kind of just rolling with it, and it turned out really dope. And I had a great time with you guys. And of course, there's always room for improvement, but that's what we love you guys so much for following us along this journey, for staying during the hard times, and for loving us and supporting us through the growth. It's really important to us. It matters a lot.
yes, thank you all.
Absolutely.
We appreciate you. And we'll actually real quick before we're ending here, let's shout out our sponsors who also did sponsor the fundraiser. They paid for the food and most of the beer and wine and stuff. So they actually are super supportive. We love them. So Mobility Professionals is a mobility specialist here in Southern California. So if you're anywhere in the Southern California area looking for a new wheelchair, commode, standing frame, anything like that, give them a call. Information's all down and below in the description. They will take care of you, take care of insurance needs and everything. And then Urology Professionals is their sister company, and they're nationwide. So anywhere in the U.S., if you are needing some catheter supplies, give them a call. If you're having any issues with insurance right now, getting your stuff, not getting enough, talk to them and see if they can help you out. They're really good people, really good.
They'll answer any of your questions. Like if you're like, I don't really know how to do this is my problem, they'll help you out. Also, I was having problems with my bag that I was having the brand, and they sent me free samples and told me to choose which one I want. They're really on top of it, and I appreciate them a lot.
Yeah, good.
For sure.
Absolutely. That's kind of the big difference between these companies and a lot of them out there is they just care about the human being on the other side of the phone and really do understand the struggle and make a point to, like understand and know what we're going through. So when they're helping you out, it's really coming from the heart. And they really do have incredibly, well-trained people that are just in the know and are there to help you understand and get you what you need. So
And we
don't
got-
forget to let them know Live to Roll sent you if you end up giving them a call.
So let me know if I'm wrong, but is that John's first time here? He said great show. Laughs. Rock.
John,
Yeah. I think-
if it might be your first time in the chat, I don't know if it's your first time.
welcome. I want to
watching,
say
but,
welcome.
We love and appreciate you, John, Hipcrip, Nezzy, Roy, everybody,
And actually,
Surab.
I got one last shout out real quick before we end the show, you guys.
Oh yeah, we
Today
have
is
to
my
mod-
grandma's
Oh
83rd
yeah.
birthday. So I got a quick shout out, and I made a quick little 30-second video from our last expo.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not gonna play?
Uh-oh,
Come on.
technical difficulties.
No. You have to
Son of a
read.
gun.
Oh, there it is. There we
Oh,
go.
there
we
it
go.
Happy birthday, Grandma. This was Grandma dancing at the expo. We caught her all the time.
We were right across from Wonders on Wheels, and they had speakers playing music all weekend long. And Grandma just had the moves, and she was busting them. Seriously, every time we looked over, Live to Roll would not be without Grandma Velma and all of her love and support at all of our events, traveling with us and feeding us and taking care of us. You know, everywhere
And
we
she
go,
climbed
so.
she climbed that big ass rock wall at the
Yeah,
expo
it's
too.
totally cool.
So yeah,
Got it.
shout out Grandma, happy birthday. We appreciate you and everything you do
We love you, Velma.
for Live
Yes,
to Roll.
love you.
So yeah, that was just a quick little highlight reel I threw
That's so good.
together last night.
Good stuff.
She makes my
And,
heart happy. I love her. She just cares so much about everyone around us, especially Shawn, you know, and she's taken us all in as family. And she's just so adorable, and I absolutely love her so much. She always does the sweetest little things, and
And
she
shout out
helps so much
Donna in the chat too.
moving. Donna,
Yeah.
yes. We love you
And
too,
my
Donna.
mom, yeah.
We love all the Live to Roll fam, but
Yeah,
especially
amazing.
Velma and Donna. You guys are amazing, and big part of it. So thank you guys.
And Mom, I hope you like that I snuck in that video of Mike dancing with Grandma in the background. I don't know if he even remembers that because I know he was drinking beers that day at the expo. But
We had Park Mike in the building.
but anyways, wanted to do the quick little shout outs here for our sponsors and Grandma, who's big supporter and of the channel and everything. So yeah. All right, you guys. We'll be back next week as usual with a new show Tuesday 3:30, and then this week we actually have these guys coming back. Oh wait, no, not this week. Next.
No, this
It is this
This
week.
Thursday.
This is the second.
Yeah,
This is the second Thursday already.
Thursday was the first of
That's right.
December. So yeah, we are this week.
So yeah, because Brianna was last. Okay, so yeah, we got this week. We got these guys coming back, talking some aging stuff with disabilities. So check them out, and then the following week we will be back with Brianna on the Thursday, the 3rd, and all the regular girls. So check every show out. Tuesdays, Thursdays, we're back all the time. Live content and other stuff we're putting out, guys. So.
We got a
Thank you for
mystery bonus show maybe this week too, but Shawn and I are going to keep it under wraps until it drops, and it's going to be a little tester. So get ready to jump in and get excited, and make sure the way you find out about it is you subscribe, but also hit that little notification bell, because it'll give you a notification on your phone, on your computer, when the video does drop live. So make sure you do that. It also helps out the algorithm, make us think we're important. And we are actually important, so let's show that algorithm that we are. And John,
We hate
thank you for
likes, but it
being
really
here.
does matter in this time, like how many likes, how many comments we have, because it shows YouTube that people are liking it, and then we recommend it to other people that have no idea who we even are, and that's what boosts us. It's like those people that are looking for the information but have no idea to type in Live to Roll or anything about us, and we're able to show up on their feed. So that's why we really, really appreciate it.
Yes, exactly.
Love all you
So
guys
anything
do.
else, guys?
Appreciate everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all checking us
It
out.
was cool, real quick. It was cool to see John said, "No, I watch all the time, but first time chatting." So welcome to the chat, John. Glad you were
The
able to
chat's fun,
find me.
dude. We appreciate it.
We love our commenters.
Yeah, and spamming the chat actually does help because that's what sends more notifications from YouTube out when we're doing the show.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
Well,
yeah,
John,
Brianna said it. Like it really does. A lot of people, like, the way it works is like a lot of people will search like disability terms that will bring them to content. But the ones that have regular likes and regular viewership and decent number of comments, will like get aggregated to the top and expose, more people that aren't in the know about us. So we appreciate all the love, and thank you for shouting that out, Brianna, because it's important info.
Heck
Yes.
yeah. You guys, thank you guys. All right, it was awesome hanging out. And we'll see you guys next week. Live to roll, everybody.
Peace and love,
All right.
everybody.
Thank you.